Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here and it is happy Sunday. It's not Sunday now, I'm filming in advance for a change, but yeah, I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Now I did tell you on Saturday's video that the mason jars were going to make an appearance and I've got double loveliness for mason jars. So I think I told you last time when I made these, just here next to me, look, that I was looking out for a die for, you know, bigger mason jars and some dies to put through the die machine to cut some more out, and these are just plain ones that I've got waiting to be decorated. And I cut it from a die cut from Tatty Treasure and Friends, no, Tatty Treasure, and that just rips off the tongue, that Tatty Treasure and Friends, Tatty Treasure and Collage Type. Wasn't the Foxglove, it was the Vintage Botanicals. It was in that kit, the ephemera, and I just put it on a piece of card and used that to cut round. Now, since then, oh, was she supposed to be round something? I don't know. The lovely Sinead, gosh, the dogs are going crazy again. Shush, that's just a motorbike going past. Sent me some Happy Mail, and she sent me some cardboard cutouts, so like stencils of mason jars. Now, I did find some smaller ones on Amazon. They're taking a while to get here, so I'm presuming it's one of those coming from China jobs. And I have found some Tim Holtz thin lits. I've just put them in my basket at the moment, but whether they'll still be there when I go back, I don't know, because it was the end of the month and I try not to spend anything. But yeah, I've been playing with these. So Sinead sent me these. This one was attached. I've cut that out. She'd drawn the pencil line there where I've cut, so I assume that was part of her stencil, and I've cut it out so that I can cut a label out for the jar. So thank you for drawing that pencil line on it. So yeah, look, and they're all different shapes and sizes, so she must have a few stencils of them, I'm guessing, or die cut. Maybe she's got a die cut, I don't know. But yeah, so I've had some great fun with my master boards. I'll show you in it. Now, she sent me a little pack of papers and I haven't looked at them, so I'm going to have a real quick look if you don't mind, because I'm busting a gut to have a look. She sent this as well, look. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just I don't know if it's a I don't think it's a sticker. It might be a sticker, I'll have to have a look, but it's a lovely image of a mason jar. Oh, some lovely vellum, and I was using this yesterday. This would have been nice on those book page things, wouldn't it? Oh, this nice paper, nice colours as well. Now this, I don't know, is this a Taperology or a Your Creative Studio pack or something like that? A Bunjo, that's one as well, isn't it? They look like those kind of things. They're absolutely gorgeous. I don't have these, so thank you so much. Flowers of the Hedgerow. Yeah, I'll go quick, not because I'm rushing, but because so I'm not holding you guys up. Oh, look at that. Now that is in the journal that I'm doing, the kit from Tanya, the exact same page. What is it? What's the kit? I forget. Is it Memories of the Meadow? Yeah. Nasturtiums. And then some tall brown ones. They're great. I'm going to have fun looking through and using those. You'll definitely see those. And some string, look. But on with these. Now the very same day, let me look under here without showing you everything, that I got those through the post from Sinead. I hope I'm saying it properly. Sinead. Tanya also put up on her Buy Me a Coffee, is it? I think these were free on her Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, and to go with the vintage botanical architecture, some more of the mason jars in different sizes. So they're these ones, so they're in these huge sizes. I've done those two to a page, so you get those, two of those on a page. Obviously I've cut them in half to there we go, you get two on a page like that, and then I've done it two to a page to get four like that. So now I've got them from right tiny weeny to as big as this, and the stencils from Sinead. So yeah, I'm really set up. When my my die cuts come as well, I'll be laughing. I'm going to keep that there for a bit of inspiration. So I have been playing, and I have got in here, what have I got in here? I've only done it recently, that's why it's in here, so it stays flat. So all I've done is backed that one just to show you how to do it, and I've just backed it on thin paper so you could back them onto card. You know, you can decorate this side up and that be your journal spot, or you can decorate that side up and this be a journal spot. That would make a lovely journal card. You can also just put them on a page as a journal spot, you know, whichever size you want to. So they'll be great in journals. Don't lose that. What else? I think that's the only one I've done of those from Tanya. Oh no, it's not. Look, there's another one. Oh yeah, put that on the back. So this is the big cream one, and I've just backed it with a page of the Foxglove Forest that was out on my desk actually. But that's made a lovely journal card, so I'll put that in the Foxglove Forest box. I'm using it now. There's another one somewhere. There it is. Well. Oh, and this is cut out of a masterboard, which is what I want to do today. So I think I did this before. Well, out of a collaged piece of paper. That's how I did those little ones, isn't it? But I just did the big one. So again, you could put a hole in it and have it, you know, dangling with some gems and a ball pin or something like that. Or you could decorate it all up. They'd be lovely with lace on them, or, you know, something like lace, some fancy material. Yeah, I'm going to have great fun. Right, what have I got there? Two to play with. Did I have 3? Oh yeah, the Foxglove Forest one. So I'll just put those on one side because they want decorating up. But I got these first, so I was playing with these first. These templates, or a couple of them, not all of them. And this is what I made. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, Flower Fairy has made an appearance. So this is just one of my master boards that I had just sitting around, and you can see why I've cut the middle out now to make the label or the glass jar or whatever. I cut that out and then I was able to draw around it so that I could put this piece of vellum on. What I didn't want was the Flower Fairy to look like it was inside the jar. I couldn't bring myself to trap a Flower Fairy in the jar. So I wanted her on the label on the outside. Now, if you wanted something, I mean, I'm going to do one with a flower in a minute. If you wanted to make it look like it's in the jar, you could cut some vellum out and put it over the outside of it so that it does have the appearance of being in the jar. And I put this on after looking at this. This is what inspired me, look. Just for you, sweetie, it says. And I thought, oh, a label on, a little tag on there would be nice. Now, it's not finished because it's not backed. So I've only tied that in a knot rather than glue it down, but I will glue it down. You know, and you could completely go crazy embellishing it, couldn't you? Be nice, just thought it'd be nice on the front of a journal as well, wouldn't it? It'd be nice as a hinged piece. Yeah, so many things you can do with it. So that was my first little play with it. This one I backed and cut out of my masterboard. It's funny how that ended up in the middle. It looks like a bit of a label on it anyway, doesn't it? Yeah, and I think I'm going to put her on there with some of the vellum. And did I cut some? Yeah, this one. Got another Flower Fairy here. Was it this one? I think I brought a few. I didn't use them all. Yeah, I thought she'd look nice on there. So that one's backed and I can finish it. That one needs backing. Or you could just distress it, could stencil on it, you don't have to back it actually, it's nice strong paper. I think I'm going to put her on there without any vellum. I think I will put some vellum on this one. And then I'm going to cut some out of my masterboard. So let's just finish what I've got sitting around. This one first. So I want a piece of, move the fairies out the way, I want a piece of vellum. Just coloured vellum. Now there is fancy vellum, you could do that, but I think with the collage masterboard, I think the fancy would get lost. Now if you just had it on plain, something plain, or with a regular pattern, and then put some fancy coloured vellum on, that would be lovely. You know, like a fancy pattern, I mean, not fancy coloured. I literally just drew around it and cut it out in my, you know, slapdash way that I do. It's very forgiving. Put that off so I'm playing with less. And yeah, it's Saturday night when I'm filming this, so it is the same day that I filmed yesterday's on. and it is still very hot. I think we're going to have a bit of a muggy night. I just asked you know who, I won't say her name, what the temperature was, and she tells me it's still 22 degrees. So yeah, that's pretty warm for well, it's after tea time now. Well, what we call tea time. I'm not sure what you call it. Should do it with the big ones. If you're not in the UK, there we go. Just get rid of all that. Yeah, so it probably won't be a really long video, but like I say, I wanted to get it done because Sunday, which will be today for you, I don't think I want her behind there because I don't want her trapped in a jar, but you can see how lovely that would be, you know, if you had a flower or something behind there. Can you see? You know, it would look like it's actually in the jar then. But as with the other one, I don't want her in the jar. I don't want to be, you know, have a sleepless night for child cruelty or anything like that. So I think what I did last time was I glued the Flower Fairy on first, making sure it was all on the vellum. Yeah, so if you have stencils and die cuts, you know, you've probably already had a go, but if you haven't, you can pop on to Tanya's Buy Me a Coffee, link is in my description, and download these bigger mason jars, because you can make them as small as you want by printing 2 to a page, 4 to a page. You know, you could make little tiny dinky ones, which will be nice, you know, for little swinging danglers. You know, 8 to a page maybe, or, you know, just reduce the size by percentage. Oh, cute, cute, cute. I think I did that with, and I'm better doing it with, where'd I put that book? Glue stick, because vellum and some vellum, some's better than others, to be honest. My thin vellum's terrible. Vellum and, you know, quite wet glues can wrinkle. Oops. Oh, Denise, what did you do that for? Because it's a new glue stick. I'll have to lose it. That's a shame. Don't do it again. I mix up going fast with pressing hard. Yeah, look, it's wrinkling because I'm taking my time. So yeah, vellum does wrinkle when you get it wet. You need to move it on quick once you've got it wet. Ah, I can't do quick to save my life. Right, let's get you straight though. Is that where we want you to be? I think so. It's forgiving though, especially if you're using masterboard, because yeah, you can't really tell what's wonky because the pattern's not in line anyway. So just blame it on the masterboard pattern if you didn't get it on straight. You know, on a plain piece of paper you might want to draw around where you're going to actually put it so that you get the same width there and there. Okay, I think that needs to go in here to dry, otherwise it's going to wrinkle up. Just put it where I can see it. Get rid of that. So I'm just going to put this one on with no vellum. I might even put a label up there, I don't know. So I'm going to, she's a shiny book page, so I'm going to put her on with the art glitter. So yeah, what I really want to do is get a lot of them cut out. And I think it's fun. That is the fun part, actually. It is fun decorating them. But, oops. But I am going to come back and do that at a later date. What I'm going to do now is get quite a few cut out and yeah, see what they look like. What I want to do is let's move that. Put that in there as well. I want to get through the masterboard so that I haven't got any, because I want to make all new ones, and I've got quite a few at the moment. I'll put you up there. So I've got this book. That was a funny way to speak. I've got a book. Don't know what I called it. Don't know what I said. But that's what I was trying to say. I've got this book. They've still got quite a few in. And this is a piece. Right, this has come off here. So this is all the masterboards I have, but I've got quite a lot. Look, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all on various things. 7. I love these 2 big ones. I've gessoed them and splattered on them and all sorts. So I'm not going to count those 2. So I've got 7 pieces there. I don't expect I'll get those done today. But I've got quite a few here in this book. Now these ones, these plainer ones, there's a couple of them, are the ones I want to, let's start pulling them out to use up first. Oh look, there we are, we're at the back. So 2 there. Yeah, that one's nice and, you know, as in not too much colour or pattern. I don't know that I could call them plain, but you know, next to these, which are quite, well, it's not too bad, but you know, quite fussy. So these are the ones that I'm, excuse me, wanting to make the templates, you know, into these. I can't speak. So I've done 2 that size now, haven't I? I must keep that with that. That's the thing I'm going to struggle with. I've done 2 that size. I haven't done any of the. Oh, I have. I've done 1. Which one did I do? Let's have a look. Where are you? Which one were you? That one. And I've done that one. Okay, so let's have a go with these 3. So I literally just had a little bit of a look where I thought I might like the. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I just didn't, you know, if there was a piece that had a big, let me get a pencil. Had one a minute ago, I don't know what, there it is. You know, had a really big piece of, I was going to say material. Paper, big piece of paper put down. I would probably move it across so that I was getting a different, you know, kind of patchworky look, if you like. Although, to be honest, I've been sat here with so many ideas. I'm thinking these will be lovely to put on an Edith Holden page and cut out, or you know, one of the floral books anyway, to cut out. And then I was thinking let's do 2 on this one page. Some of the children's books that I've got, you know, cut these out of those pages, so they'll be brilliant cut out of book pages. Oh, an atlas. One of these would be lovely in an atlas page, wouldn't it? Of course, ordinary book page would look lovely to decorate up. I think I already said that one. Right, let's cut them and not look, and then we'll have a nice surprise. And just get rid of, I like to get rid of some excess before I cut. Let's do this one first then. And of course, the way I trace around them, I'll get a slightly different, shape every time probably, but as long as it's something like. Now, when I did the little ones, some of them I went round the edges with felt tip pen, or you know, black ink pen. The 2 I've got here, I've gone round with ink. I think I did one in black and one in the walnut stain. But I said when I did the little ones, and I think the same would be here, some of them will be nice with gold, you know, the wax around them. Gilding wax, that's it, gilding polish. Either one of those. Be nice with that round it. Shall we look? Wow. I mean, just a label, you know, there. That's a lovely piece. It's you know, fancy enough without needing anything. A butterfly, just a butterfly on it would be nice. Yeah, so these are going to make nice journal cards, I think, these big ones. Like I say, I will be cutting some just out of the thinner papers and putting them down as journaling spots on a page. Now, you know, like if you get a music page or a text page, you cut one of these out of vellum or tissue paper, or you know, the rice paper, that kind of thing. That would be nice, you know, on top of the music or a text page. You still get to see what's under it, but it makes it a little bit more right onable. Let's have a look then. Love them. It's so exciting. Are you as excited as me? Is that possible? Oh, it's great fun not looking. So let's do, what was that big one? Let's do, doesn't matter which way they go. I've got text. Yeah, kind of does. I want them all that way, so will I get 3? Oh, I might, you know. Will I? I don't know. 1, 2. Oh, I think I will. Okay. Should I have 2 of these squat ones because I haven't got any this kind of shape. Okay, feel free to fast forward me and make me do it quicker if you're bored of watching me draw around something. But I'm having way too much fun to stop the camera and start it again when I've done them. Sorry. Well, that reminded me, so many kids today, and Neil said it when he came home from work the other day, and I don't like it when they say, sorry, not sorry. It really aggravates me. Anybody else? I'm like, it's so rude. Why even say sorry? I know they think it's funny, and I know I'm a stickler. But bad manners really get on my nerves, and it feels like bad manners. I don't know. It must be the way I've been brought up, but oh, it really grates me when they say sorry, not sorry. And I'm sorry if you say it a lot. I am sorry, really sorry. I'm just such a pain, but don't say it to me, please. I won't get started. I'm stopping myself. I'm stopping myself going down that complaining about manners route. Because once I get on my hobby horse, I'm going to go around here, I might get a tag or something out of what's left. Or some smaller. Yes, of course. Oh, that's a nice tag. Yeah, that'd be a nice tag. I've got some more there, so that's what I'm going to do with what's left of the masterboards when I've cut a load of these out. Not today and not on film. Well, maybe on film. Yeah, I suppose I could film it. You might like to see it. I'm going to cut around these smaller ones with these. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to use them all up. I'm going to cut them all up into tags. I mean, some of the odd, the odd shapes that I'm left with can become, oops, that's a bit wobbly, either tucks or journal cards, or maybe even some small pockets. But generally, yeah, I don't think I've drawn it double there, but don't mind. Yeah, I'm going to use them all up for tags, and then I'll show you my tag storage when I do it, because I've got my 2 new like drawers, old drawers. It said when I bought them they're from a sewing table, I think it said, but they remind me of library drawers, the really long, thin wooden drawers. That used to keep library cards in. Yeah, you see what I mean about my wobbly cutting. Never mind, I'm not going to let it bother me. Maybe I should have stuck with the bigger ones. Let's see. See if it was those little scissors. So yeah, I think I've got some quite intricately decorated ones. I might go for some very simple ones with just some labels on. And I'm thinking I'll stencil. Yeah, it's not helping at all with this. I'll stencil these backs because it is nice paper. It's sketch pad paper, so it's quite thick. It's good sketch pad paper. It's nearly as thick as the thin card that you buy. In fact, it probably is. Yeah, that's the only thing about die cuts, is I'd get a perfect shape. But I like the imperfect. I embrace the imperfect. I'm going to reveal them all together. Are you? Now I think the Tim Holtz one that I've seen has got the dye. I don't know if it's not Tim Holtz, is it? But it's Thinlits. Are they all Tim Holtz or are they just Sizzix? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've definitely drawn that round that funny. Yeah, they've got flowers and things. I think, if I remember rightly, they come out of here. Or you can put them so that they come out of here when you die cut them. I might be wrong. You could do that with the Thinlit flowers that I've got though, couldn't I? If I had a... Oh yeah, I could cut this out, put it through the dye machine with the flower in the middle and it would cut that out. See, you don't have to buy new ones. Okay, let's have a look. Oh wow, now that has got a big piece of that. That reminds me of when people layer things in jars to... Look at that, that's clever. Couldn't have done that if I'd tried. Got that right across the bottom of the... Sorry. Got the holes right across the bottom of the lid there. Yeah, what is it? You know, when they pickling things or, you know, jarring them to save them. I do like this ledger. That is my original ledger. I've got a big piece there as well, so that does want decorating. The bigger ones are better, I think, aren't they? So I think these do want decorations on them. But those, I think they just need... I've got a couple in here, haven't I? Oh, too big. But they just need some biggish label. Not up there anyway. Yeah, like jam jar labels. Yeah, they're not too big down there, are they? I have got some labels somewhere. I'll have to dig them out. You know, food can labels. Okay, shall I? Let's ink round them. And then I'll stencil. I'm going to do these two. I might do one of the smaller ones actually. All I want on here is a label. Well, yeah, I'll get a label on them. Oh, I'm having a right old conversation with myself, aren't I? I'll do one of these, stencil it, and put a label on it, and then call it done. I'll stencil it first. Right, what do we want? Let's have a change from swirl. Let's go with this, I don't know what it's called, this blossom looking one. And shall I do it on the back of there? Why not? Which way does it go? That way. They're nice, just half down, halfway out. Oh, shall I just do it? Leave a lot of white. Let's do that, right. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to grab some inks and everything's going to go, you know. What colours are we doing? Greens and greys. Okay. I've got a couple of greens, but they're both quite... Oh, old paper. Yeah, old paper's a good one. They're quite strong, my greens. Rustic Wilderness and Cracked Pistachio. Yeah, they're quite... yeah, old paper. Old paper is a good one. Let's see if I can find her. That looks a bit pinky to me. It looks green, I think, on the pad, but obviously it's not. I don't think it's green. Oops. Can we stick to one side, please? Don't want you right over there. Okay, let's try not to move it then. So this is going to be for journaling on. Oops. Yeah, it has got a bit of a green tint to it, hasn't it? Doesn't look green on there though. Looks green on my brush. Looks green on my paper. Oops. I'm going on quite strong in some places with it because there's going to be a lot of white. You know, where there isn't any of this, so we'll have it standing out. You still can write over it. It's not that dark. Oh, let's take it up there. Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that it's just down the one side. What a lovely tag. I can see lots of these big ones going into my stash. If I ever get time to sit and... Depends what I'm like tomorrow. I mean, I've spent a long time sat today and I really shouldn't because I want to go out walking tomorrow. What's the only other kind of labels apart from... Yeah, I think one of these might be nice. I've got a big enough one. Too fancy. Don't even know which way they go. Oh, I like that one. I wish you were bigger. Oh, I did have some bigger ones of those. I've obviously used them. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait because these do, I'm pretty sure these come bigger. Okay, they come in 2 sizes. And I think that with the lines around the outside, bigger on there, will be lovely. So I'm not going to do that. Sorry guys, I will show you it when I print some off. Okay. I've got these little mason jars all over the place. Right, these then. I'm just going to decorate just one, I think. So maybe 2. We'll see. There's not much time now. I've got a lovely rose in here. Well, I've got quite a few, but this lovely rose I thought might be nice in one. That one, I think. Now they look a whole lot different when they're inked round as well, I think, with the border. Now I haven't got the die cut for the, you know, for the inside of here to make it look like water, but I could just, where was that spare piece of vellum? It doesn't, I just want a little bit at the bottom really, just so kind of like that. So let's just see what we can do. Let's just get the actual, ouch, oh, I stuck my nail in myself. The actual outline, but I'm going to cut well inside it. I know I didn't make it level necessarily, but that's okay because I'm going to make the top, if I can, a little bit wavy anyway, because water doesn't, well, it does go flat when it's stood flat, but it has to be on a perfectly flat surface, doesn't it? And that's it. I wanted it not flat. So does that just look like there's a bit of water in the bottom of the vase? If we go over the, yeah, I think it does. Let's put those back. Looks like that. No, it's got to be under it if it's under that line. Do I want it a little bit smaller, do we think? Do I just want it down there? Oh, I don't know. Might look silly that small, but what have we got to lose? Only a piece of vellum. And a very small piece at that. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Just that tiny bit. Okay, so if I put the rose right at the top. Now, this jar, you'll have to use your imagination. It hasn't got the lid on. It's all glass, that. Because this rose is going to go right into the top of it. Oh dear. Whoops. Gosh, that sun is beating through the window. It must be on its way down, but, and of course it does come in here at the end of the day. But it's like it was in the middle of July. It's beautiful. And yeah, it'll only be a couple of hours until Neil comes home, so I really need to go put my feet up before I have to start cooking, because I haven't, first day, but I haven't got anything ready today. So it's going to be cooking at 8 o'clock at night. Alright, let's see how well I did. Yeah, just a bit of the leaf going in there. Okay, glue book. Look, you see, I've got them everywhere. I've got stuff everywhere. I'm going to have to do a right old tidy up when I've done. I'm going to call it a day after this one though, because yeah, my legs are starting to ache, and as you know, I'm being good and taking care. So if I stop now, I'll be back to film another day. That's the thing, isn't it? Got to look at it like that. Oh, I want some stencil on there as well. Let's go with this one. Some floral, and I'm gonna go, oh, I thought that was pink. They all kind of turn into that brownie colour after a while, don't they? You use them in the wrong... pink. Do you see what I mean? They've got all sorts of colours on them. I haven't had them in the pink because I've only just got it. The taffy. Right, do I want pink? Yeah, I do want pink. I've got pink rose. So I'll have to make sure I don't put too much on there because it's a lovely, luscious colour. Where is the top for that? It's easier to find than a pin. And I'll just do it. Oops, I'm sorry, I knocked you. Oh, it's not too bad because the brush isn't too well loaded, so that's going to kind of go all over with this one. That's it. Oh, wow. Oh, that page was sticky. Well done, Denise. That is pink. That is a full-on colour. Lovely. Just got the edge there of my stencil. That's a shame. Love it. Yeah, probably wants a little word or something on it, but oh, I've had great fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope I've inspired you to go off and do something. If not mason jars, let me know what. I would like to show you them all, but I haven't a clue what I've done with them all. Oh dear. Oops. Yeah, that's the one that started it all, so these are the ones that still want doing. Oh yeah, these were the ones from the freebies of Tanya and Nanine. And yeah, I better go rest up because not only am I going out tomorrow, I need to sort this room out. Okay, give me a thumbs up, that would be lovely. And I will see you all soon. Have a nice weekend. Bye for now.